Hello everyone, Simon back here, and today I have to share with you all of proof that God's real. This is a compact logics, densified over and over, more than just a pre-emission, so don't be perceived onto this one. Philosophy is true, and all the logic makes perfect clear sense. Took me a little while to get it down, but I wrote it within 3 pages. Dating back to the Dead Sea Scrolls and to the dawn of creation. So here we go. I'll begin talking. Darkness came first, then light. But darkness always prevails. So does light. Therefore, an equal balance meant equally distributing forces of mass, energy, velocity, and weight. God is light. The so-called antagonist would be Satan or the darkness. Now, they both aren't truly good or evil, but neutral to one another, for they cannot exist with infinite growth. While they continue to consistently mirror into one another's spiritual domains, infinite spirituality grows infinitely. Now, God made in 7 days, forming the week, earth, water, land, skies, animals, then lastly humans. Then on Sunday he had a rest. In the prayer, Our Father, that connects good philosophy and beautiful knowledge. It states that when you even perform the Our Father, that dates back since the apostles of Christ, Son of God's spiritual world, it states the one phrase, dear, on earth as it is in heaven. Meaning in physical vessel, what you do is reflected instantly for eternity, either for good or bad. And you can feel that just from your feel on your side. For things that you do within the day by day. Then again, heaven could be many infinite worlds, full of life, with all species created by God, that could live freely. As well as big bright worlds with waterfalls, dinosaurs, humans, insects, and nature, all together. You'd live forever reunited with loved ones, women, all memories of contain nostalgia from the life experiences of spiritual growth stored swarming in heaven, from each individual created soul. That's what I truly believe in for my heaven. Although lastly, if you put God into more scientific terms, or a philosophy with carved in rock logics, with age of mankind as well as brain development over years, it's clear to say we constantly have infinite growth. The growth is spiritual, for the proof is our body, as well as the outer space, so-called outer space, Anyway, your body has electrodes in your cranium that forms into muscle receptors that connect to everything else. That proves you have a soul, because a soul is energy, same as electricity, which your soul is eternal. That makes infinite energy, which is infinite growth. Just as when you worked all day, say 12 hours long, an overshift, you lay down in bed, then you remember you forgot your phone downstairs and need to double check for your alarm to wake you up the next following day. What do? You get up by shooting your soul's infinite energy and folding it stronger infinitely by doing so. It's not a robot that gets it for you, and you're also no robot. Your muscle just doesn't do everything. That proves God made us, so therefore he is for sure real. It's simple. Also simple truth and facts. Now, here's the more complicated but real hard proof he's real, other than spiritual control or Pope John Paul's healing powers, or any spiritual push or pull with thy soul. I love how people don't know spiritual powers or tend to never train them or never realize them, for they are infinite. That's God's protection of the chosen good. Now, beating it into science, this explains it all for sure. Science uses a Big Bang theory. That's their big belief. I'm telling you not to believe, in what others believe in, or, what I'm saying, be forced. That's all on you. That's your soul's purity as well as your personal belief. Archangel Michael will weigh that one out for you anyway. Anyway, Big Bang Theory states everything got spread out over a collision or spontaneous explosion to spread atoms and chemicals all throughout space itself. Then afterwards, everything grew. In so-called outer space, there is no oxygen, therefore life cannot be sustained stable. Only for controlled atmospheres in planets. So if there were no planets at all for oxygen to be formed, nothing could ever just grow unless God with power deemed fit. Also, for example, you drop a vase made of clay shards that will spill all over the ground after it hits the ground and breaks from force sent to the object. Now, do those shards grow into planets or life? I understand there's one quick thing to mention: the quantum realm. It has microorganisms and organisms throughout every square inch of air that you cannot see, but it can never grow out of that realm. Reasoning of only God decided on. Only bacteria, but bacteria is everywhere. So it's all living but not living. So in a way, science and God is kind of formed into one being. So, moving on. It will not grow, those shards that break from your glass vase. It's a non-living object, just as planets are non-living objects, made of gas, rock, or some wild formations in the deep edges still undiscovered of the universe. God can only plant life and do whatever else he pleases, as stated in the creation of earth and the first 7 days. He put Mother Nature here, then came a controlled oxygenal atmosphere to breathe for mankind. That doesn't mean all space particles can't pass through it, though. I'm sure they do, just as meteorites hit the Earth, same as radiation from atoms of space pass through Earth. It doesn't mean every planet has life or Mother Nature, otherwise we would know of them, which some, but very few, exist. I believe God wants us to travel in advance. The reason for that is because energy, in the essence of itself, electricity, as our souls are alive forever, but also constantly are moving. Correct? We all move every day. Then some move halfway across the world. You as yourself, as a person, for your life and fate and destiny. But you're always moving like water, the Bruce Lee saying. It flows, it crashes, but it always goes to the next greater, better place. Energy never ends. Just like water, it always moves on to the next eventful channel pool of energy. And it goes wherever it pleases to go. Just as ourselves. Just as God. One day later, we all could be living in Star Wars, but in a different galaxy. The materials placed by God is all for humans to enjoy while build for him, stated in the Bible. That's all, folks. Thank you. And God bless. Have a good day.